It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects in the life. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here.
What difference does that make? This was a dream, a fantasy. I mean, you said just
shut up, Offsetter, and tell me where the ticket is.
Hey guys, what is up? I hope you're all having a wonderful Mandela effect evening. Hope everything's doing well for you. And I just want to say I'm back from the hurricane. The hurricane left Florida alone. It barely touched it compared to what they said it was going to be, which is great news. So I just want to say that everything is all in well with us. I hope everybody else is doing okay out there. And anyway, so our prayers did work. The hurricane did not get to be as damaging. And I really do believe we live in this faith-based reality. There is something I wanted to point out, and that little ding you just heard gave me the idea to talk about this. Teresa, I have here with me. Hey, Teresa, say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody, it's great to be back.
Yeah, great to have you back as well. And
oh, it feels good to be back.
So were you on a vacation the same time I was? Or
well, yeah,
really?
But the Mandela effects still didn't go away.
Oh, I know. We just found out about a brand new one yesterday with Animal Crackers.
Yeah.
Versus Animal Cracker. Actually, Animals Cracker, which we'll be talking about that later. Let's get to the meat of the situation. So there's this video circulating. It's on Entertainment where Jim Carrey, okay, and his name in itself is a Mandela for a lot of people. A lot of people remember his name being with one R versus two R's as it is right now. He was on an interview, and who was interviewing him, Teresa?
I don't remember the lady's name. I'm sorry. I don't remember her name. I didn't get the name. She
looks like Jennifer Lopez, sort of.
She looks like her,
very well could be. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is Jim Carrey is admitting that the reality, maybe he knows something about this reality. He gives us a little bit more insight. And you guys know me. You guys know me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. There are some things in this world we just cannot explain. And I like to have proofs. You know, I took Euclidean geometry in high school. Everything has to have rational proof, right? Well, the Mandela effect is one of those things that's kind of a gray area for a lot of us, and it's honestly like the Twilight Zone. You're on the brink of what do they call it? What's real and what's not real, and
yes.
When you see these changes, backtrack in history and everything, you gotta wonder, is something up? Okay, it's not that we're conspiracy theorists, okay, and I am a firm believer in our Lord Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins, and I believe something powerful is going on here, and there seems to be a calling for me to do these videos for you guys, okay? So, with no further ado, I'm going to show this video, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Is that okay, Teresa? You want me to share it? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, she can hear it too, so let me go ahead and play this for you guys, and
Hey, Jim Carrey. Yes?
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I mean,
celebrating.
you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut her down now.
I think I lost Teresa, guys. I'm getting her back.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And, I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I
Was that an
didn't get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed
Who
up.
did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay. So what's happening in our world
Tetrahedrons.
right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's not our world.
None of
That's
this is
the key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
That's the good news.
Okay.
Oh my God. You guys heard that, right? You
Hey,
guys.
Jim Carrey.
Hang on. He said that we didn't matter. I don't know if he's joking here. It sounds like he's joking.
He's kind of serious.
You shut her down now. Yeah, no. You shut her down now. Ha! I believe that peace lies beyond personality.
Okay, peace, he says peace lies beyond personality. Right?
Yeah.
So is that like a facade? Maybe he's talking about maybe people put on a facade that they're pretending to be something they're not, and there's always this inner part of the soul that I think that we're only beginning to scratch the surface here with the Mandela Effect, and he's talking about a whole different ball game here.
Beyond invention and disguise. Beyond
Hang on, he said something.
beyond personality. Beyond invention and disguise.
Okay, beyond invention and disguise.
He said what?
He said beyond invention and disguise. What does that mean?
Wow.
He's talking cryptic here.
Beyond
Yes.
the red S that you wear on your
Beyond the red S that you wear on your chest
chest that makes bullets bounce off.
that makes bullets bounce off.
I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe
Deeper
we're
than
a
that.
field of energy dancing for itself.
A field of energy. I like that.
And
Wow.
I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
And he said he didn't care. Why would he talk about all that and then say I don't care?
No, I
Was
didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed
Who
up.
did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
Ah.
We're not here. This
There
is
is
a
no
dream.
me.
There's just things happening.
Ah.
And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Wow.
Maybe he's seeing the Matrix. Who knows?
He knows something's going on.
Yeah, let me see, guys, what, and that's, okay. Let me see what he could be talking about here. He says he sees tetrahedrons. I want to know what a tetrahedron is. Okay.
I want to check something here.
Clusters of tetrahedrons. He's talking about pyramids. Guys,
Oh.
a pyramid has 4 faces, 4 vertices, 6 edges. Tetrahedrons. So clusters of pyramids. And what does pyramids represent? What do they represent? Pyramids represent higher awareness in the Illuminati world. And maybe he knows something we don't. I would love to get Jim Carrey on here for an interview. Wouldn't you, Teresa?
I'm Googling stuff right now to see if there's anything about him.
I wonder if there's any more. Yeah, see if there's any more commentaries about it. You know, because if somebody's analyzed it more. Let me see. I'll look also.
Wow.
Where was that at? And E-News.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything.
Okay. Entertainment Weekly.
That's crazy.
Oh wow, yeah. Hold on. The Indian Express commented on it. They're saying the interview is freaky, which it was. It was. I'll admit. Maybe he knows something we don't. You know. Okay, and this is what the Indian Express has to say. Have you sometimes in the course of your life wondered if there is any meaning to all of this? Well, if you have been, then you have a friend in actor Jim Carrey, and we're not joking. While models wearing couture and by famous designers walk the ramp at the ongoing New York Fashion Week. Let's see. Skipping on here. Yeah, looking. See, Jim Carrey was interviewed by. Okay, her name was Kat Sadler, Catt Sadler. When he said this, and he didn't just stop at that. In the video, he was creating quite a buzz.
Oh, here's something.
The whole event was ridiculous. It said he came to the most meaningless thing on the planet. While Sadler was visibly clueless, Carrey was in no mood to stop, and finally giving her a light pat on the shoulder, said that none of us matter. That is the good news.
What?
Well, Carrey just brought some existential crisis on the red carpet, and you cannot be helped but be amused or maybe worried. Gosh, I mean, I want to interview with Jim Carrey, maybe, if at all possible here, because I think he might know something.
I think there's something here.
Gosh, let's see if there's any more commentaries.
Hold on.
I'm checking.
Well,
That was kind of a sorry. That was kind of a sorry one. He said we don't matter. What do you think, Teresa? I didn't let you have the floor.
There's something going on. I definitely think that he knows something, and he's not telling us, and he's saying things very cryptic. Do you know? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
like in code.
Well, what I'm seeing here, yeah, something is in code for sure, because he said, "I believe that peace lies beyond personality, and invitation and disguise." So maybe in a crowd of 1,000 faces, and of course he's known for doing his impersonations, and Jim Carrey is like the man of 1,000 personalities. He could do it.
Yeah. Kind of like Robin Williams was, kind of.
Yeah, and what is an icon, really? What is an icon?
Somebody who's famous and who stands out among millions of people. Yeah, somebody who's just outstanding, an icon. Elvis Presley. John Wayne, icon.
Yeah, maybe he's.
Marilyn Monroe.
I think what he's trying to say here. Is that beyond this facade that all these actors and actresses put on, it's what's inside that counts, and he doesn't care for the rest of it. That's what he's saying. I don't know why he commented. He paused and then he said, "I don't care." I wonder what he meant by that. You don't just talk about something and say, "Oh, I don't care about it." Most people don't do that. It doesn't follow logic. So he had a second thought right there for a minute. We don't matter. He said we don't even matter. Maybe.
What did he mean by that? We don't matter.
Maybe he meant. Is it possible he meant the actors and actresses at the ceremony? Maybe he said we don't matter in that respect. He wasn't specific as to who the we was, but he just said we don't matter. Maybe he was speaking for everybody. Maybe we all do we matter? To God, yes.
Everybody matters.
Yeah,
we're all humans, yeah.
But there's got to be more than meets the eye.
Unless people are thinking we're in a matrix, like this is all just computer generated, and maybe we're just pawns, just living out our everyday life, and we're
let's
like,
hope not.
Okay, you're going to be like, today is going to be your day, it's going to go like this, and then tomorrow your day is going to go like this, and they keep changing look like this tomorrow with this logo, and this is not going to have the loop on it on the Ford logo, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're screwing with us that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Matrix, how would we know? You know? To us, it would feel normal. But
Right.
if somebody's controlling us, they'd be like, they don't even know. I mean, kind of like when Jim Carrey was in that movie, Truman Show. Maybe that's what he's trying to compare it to.
I think so too. And Truman Show was really a movie that was ahead of its time. I wonder if a lot of these directors and producers and everything like that, they're putting in encoded messages into these movies. You gotta wonder sometimes. Maybe they feel that we can't handle the truth all at once. Maybe they have to give it to us in pieces. But it's up for the mind to decide. You know, everything is up for for the observer. You know, we are just here, I think, to observe. We're here to, well, actually, we're more than that. We're here to interact. Okay, we have a choice. We can share what we know, or we can keep everything a secret and live a dark life. I don't see that's possible. And there was a quote I actually had that sort of hits home. Do you remember that quote I sent you, Teresa?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember that quote I sent you? Yeah.
Which one? Which quote? The Banks one?
Oh, here's one. Here's one. Ask without hidden motive and be surrounded by your answer. How about that? That's a good one. Although that's not my own quote, that's still a good one. Gosh, I'm trying to find that quote that I had. Because nobody wants to feel like a plastic bag, sorry, drifting through the wind, hoping to start again. See, here's the thing. Where's that quote?
Oh, yeah, here's something.
I had
Did you
a
read the one
really
that
good.
says
Oh,
Jim Carrey explains nature reality to dumbstruck reporter? Is that what you just read?
yes. I think so. Go ahead and read that one. What site is that from?
Conspiracy Daily Update.
All right, can you?
I'll read it. Hold on.
Yeah, you can
Hold
read
on,
it.
let me get it up. Yeah, I think there might be another one.
Real quick though, I found that quote.
Hold on.
And this is my quote from the Mandela Effect. If you guys want to quote me, I had so much to tell people that I could not simply keep it in. Okay, that's me, Brian McFarlane. But there's just these experiences that we have that are real. Okay, and
Well, here it is.
Go ahead.
September. It looks like it says Jim Carrey explains nature on reality to dumbstruck reporter.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Let me see if I can find that one.
And once we click on another thing.
Okay, I think I found it.
Click on. Okay. All right. It keeps wanting me to click on another, what do you call it? There we go. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know if he was speaking on a higher level or was he joking around or what. But I wonder if Jim Carrey is severely affected though. Why would they put up the Monopoly Man in his Ace Ventura 2? We see the Monopoly Man, and guess what he's wearing?
That's right. If he didn't remember, that's right. If they didn't remember the monocle, then why would they put it on the actor in the movie? Correct?
Correct. I'm thinking we should try to get the director or producer.
Yeah. Or even the person who played him.
I know, right?
Actually, I wonder if there is any articles about the actor who played him. Do we have an idea what the actor's name was who played that guy? If I can find something about it. What was the actor's name who played him?
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, here are some comments, and Drew on September 13th says, "We don't matter." That's the good news. What the? We all matter. As somebody, Mike says, "What kind of drugs is he on?"
I know, that's strange.
Somebody else said he's so right. Jim has been going through a lot of pain. See, that's another thing, and he's trying to find peace through his teachings of Eckhart Tolle. Oh, wow, yeah. Guys, I have that. Hang on, Teresa, I have that book. I have The Power of Now. That's a good book.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah. So apparently he's reading, he's trying to find his teachings, his peace. That's what he's on. He's on the quest to find peace. Eckhart Tolle, who wrote that.
Oh, here's something he talks about Mandela Effect. Hold on. I'm going to send you something. He actually talks about it. Hold on.
Hollywood and the celebration of celebrity to the point of perversion is stupid and pointless. Yes. We just had 2 major hurricanes, and who gives a crap about Hollywood and their stupid nonsense? Good for him. Hey, Chris, I gotta hand it to you. That's awesome.
I just sent you something.
Okay.
I don't know what that one's about, but...
That's alright. My messenger crashed for right now. You want to read it?
I can't. It's on a video.
Alright.
It's on a video.
Okay, it's okay.
Sorry.
No, you're alright.
All it says is Jim Carrey about Mandela Effect. It's a video. And it looks like the person did it with TRIXXRO. I don't know. Let me click on the comments right here. Only one comment. Oh, here it is. Jim Carrey is the Mandela Effect. It's never been Carrey. C-A-R-R-E-Y. This person remembers it.
Yeah, that's a curious thing.
Wow, and Hurricane Jose, they say that one's getting bigger.
Oh my gosh.
Another hurricane. Like they're making these man-made hurricanes that are trying to depopulate people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we don't know. We don't.
Think about it.
I know.
They built all these FEMA camps months ago in advance, the FEMA camps, and all of a sudden they're having earthquakes, they're having hurricanes. Doesn't it sound like they prepared for this? Think about it. Why would they have all these FEMA camps months ago, all of a sudden, and now all of a sudden we're having all these catastrophes?
Yeah, I don't know. And see, that's
preparing for it.
I know, and see, that's another thing that needs to be analyzed. But that's I'm gonna save that for conspiracy theory. We're talking about Mandela effects, and we're talking about I mean I'm leaving it open to possibility at this point, but we really can't say for sure 100% because I honestly think there are some things that could be set up, okay? But
do you agree with me though about that? They had all these FEMA camps made up months ago before any hurricanes, any earthquakes, and now we're having all these bad things happening. Is that a coincidence?
well, what if it was a plan like from way back in the day? What if somebody knew all this was going to happen and they're preparing for it? It could be for good, but we don't really know. That's what I'm saying. We're left here to wonder, and that's why it's important we stay educated, we stay together. I want. Here's my goal, okay? And I think I've said this before. We just want the media to recognize the Mandela effect as a phenomenon, They're passing it off as something that is like nonsensical. So I just want them to recognize this. That's all. And that people's memories are being toyed with right now. We're not talking about just silly, name changes here and there. That's one thing. We're talking about logo changes. It's way deeper than that. And I think, there are many of us out there. We just want answers. We hate unsolved mysteries, and it's that desire that leaves us. I honestly think it leads us to God. Honestly, because God and our Creator is ultimately the greatest mystery of mankind. But having that faith and believing in something, believing, that there is a higher power who is watching over us, and no matter what happens that's bad in this world, he's got us under his wing. Which I gotta hand it to Jim Carrey for speaking out about the entertain. I think he was he could have been just trying to humble himself. That was his way of I think humbling himself before everybody, because really, what does it all matter? That's what he's saying here, I think. But it is very controversial, and
Want to talk about Trump?
well, yeah, that's fine. Well, E! News says, well, you definitely can't say that Jim Carrey gives a boring interview. It definitely wasn't boring. He got some people awake. There is no me. There's just things happening. No way. But here's the thing. Are we going to sit back and let things happen? Or are we going to try to make our lives great? And, gosh, it's just, he gets really deep. I'm sorry, guys.
You're just rambling.
I know, I'm rambling on. What do you think, Teresa?
He missed you guys, because we haven't seen you, in about 2 weeks?
It feels like that.
We're trying to make up for lost time.
Yeah, well, there's a ton of new MEs out there.
Yeah.
I saw.
Get them all together. You know what I mean?
I've been sort of texting myself every time I see one. I ran into another one, like I was looking up something, and then Kathy Lee Gifford came up. I could have sworn Kathy Lee Gifford was spelled with a Y. And there's Residue. Here's. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, guys. Have a great Mandela Effect night. God bless.